Okay, so Skate 4 or Skate Dot or whatever you want to call it has been one of the most anticipated games in history. Let me just remind you a little bit what happened since we got Skate 3 in 2010. First things first, it was a little bit of a will they, won't they, will we see a new addition to the series? They originally said they wouldn't. Then after many years, they finally came around and said that they would. And they said that they'll be working with the community to create the Skate 4 that everyone has ever dreamed of.
Our big thing is don't f it up.
A few more years pass, and then we get to this long drawn out play testery type phase. And then finally this week, we got the launch, I guess they're calling it early access, but the official launch of the game. And Skate 4 was getting so much unbelievable amount of hate. I got to play the game early and I made a video on my channel earlier with my initial thoughts, but now that it has actually launched and I've played it all the way through, I think I can offer a little bit more of a concise video rather than my initial thoughts. So to celebrate the launch, I actually decided to play Skate 1, 2, and 3 before playing the new game so I could see what we were comparing it to. I did this live on my Twitch, by the way, in one singular 80-hour stream. I may or may not have also blown up 1,084 balloons while playing through the games and completely engulfing myself in this room of balloons. Follow me on Twitch if you want to see more crazy streams like that. But anyway, it was really fun and nostalgic for me to play through the games. In 2007, when I first played Skate 1, I was 16, so it kind of hit me at the exact right time period in my life. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater was starting to get a little old, funky, and stale, and Skate with the flick-it controls were really so impactful and refreshing. If you're a little bit younger, you might not quite fully appreciate how big of a deal this was at the time. One of my favorite things about the game and the series was the feeling that the game was made for us, the skaters first. Not the normies, not the gamers, but the skaters. Skate 1 and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, they were really kind of this window into skate culture, and you get to learn about skating, get the feeling of skating via playing this game. A great example of this is the opening scene where we got this Hollywood, highly produced movie of all our favorite pros. A normie watches this not knowing anything, but a skater is so excited about this. Skate 1, 2, and 3 also captured the skate culture accurately, which it is this kind of dirty, grungy, misunderstood thing that we all collectively love. We had this fun rise to fame storyline, we had all these subtle references and all these top pros and top brands, and it was just a great time. Playing through number 1, especially considering that's 2007, this game really did hold up pretty well. Anyway, on to Skate 4. So I want to talk about some of the differences with the old and the new. Instead of that fun opening scene I told you about, we did get a new video from Skate, and it kind of had a cool vibe. It did have some pros in it. But what I thought was absolutely hilarious is Skate really kind of leaned into this unrealistic gameplay, and it's so distant away from real skateboarding. This video, they had to make CGI videos to try to make the skateboarding match the gameplay. To me as a skater, oh my God, that just kind of boils my blood, I'm not gonna lie. That kind of leads into my next point too, is that everyone understands that skateboarding is dangerous. That's part of the appeal. There's this kind of risk element. You go skating, maybe you'll break your bones, maybe you won't. In the old games, when you would skate, your character would get dirty and bloody when you're just playing for a while. And then there was this challenge mode based off Thrasher called Hall of Meat, where you intentionally try to break your character's bones. It was a really fun game mechanic, and honestly, this is probably what kept Skate 3 alive for as long as it did, because it was very palatable to non-skaters. What's not to love? Ragdoll the skateboarding guy and break his bones. In the new game, it's so weird. They kind of got rid of this, oh, it's dangerous, it's bloody and gory, but they wanted to keep in the Hall of Meat challenge mode at the same time. So they kind of got rid of it, but kept it in. And they give you this really weird cop-out explanation saying, oh yeah, the future, we built in this impervatech thing. When you skate, you don't get hurt anymore. You're invincible and you have this impervatech. It's like so weird. Like, what are you talking about?
You can thank a local startup called Impervatech for that. Don't ask how. It's science.
Then I have this stupid AI robot taking me to the top of a skyscraper saying, I have the perfect challenge for you.
This stunt challenge has your name written all over it.
What are you saying about me? For such a sanitized game that literally took all mentions of the word Mongo out, because apparently Mongo is some kind of slur now, it seems like such a weird way to kind of like try to include this fun violence of yourself, but in this super strange, like roundabout way. Like, I don't know, like that just seems so bizarre to me. People were kind of speculating that it was to keep this teen 13 plus rating, but the other games still had this teen 13 plus rating with all the blood and with the Hall of Meat challenges. So it's like, what are we doing? Switching gears a bit, in my previous video, I talked a lot of shit about these loot boxes, and I think all the hate is 100% justified there. Everyone universally hates loot boxes. No one loves loot boxes. You're telling me congratulations a billion times after I've been playing for hours to unlock a blue blank complete graphic? Like, what is this? Nobody wants this. I get you're trying to make the microtransaction sales. I get that it's a free game, but like, I think the hate is 1,000,000% justified there. Just unlocking a solid red board is so depressing. Wow, I unlocked no graphic board. Great. I'm not that much of a gamer as well. I'm more of a skater, and I like skateboarding games because I'm a skater, but I did find it kind of overly complicated as well. There was like so many different kinds of levels and scores and all these different things in the game. Instead of just doing the challenges leveling up, you have to do all this roundabout stuff that I don't really get why they made it so complicated. V, the AI robot filmer thing, has also been getting an infinite amount of hate, but I think it is also extremely justified. I haven't seen any creator or person that I've talked to play this game and enjoy V's presence. Skate culture is so fun and interesting, and in the first few games we have famous skate filmers, famous photographers, Coach Frank, Jason Lee, iconic skateboarder, and now they've been replaced by AI. Like, AI took their job. Like, oh my god, it's literally the worst possible switch. Like, you can't make this shit up. Like, why did they do this? Who let them do this, you know? I guess that it's kind of trying to be this weird futuristic time, but like, it really completely missed. I think it's perfectly fine for this game to try to target more to gamers and non-skateboarders. Like, in the climate of skateboarding, sure, that absolutely makes sense. But I feel like you could at least have a little bit of truth to the skate culture. You've presented this completely sanitized, completely distant, weird reality that every single skate is going to play and be like, huh, like, that's kind of weird. I don't get why they didn't just be a bit more respectful to skating. I feel like it was kind of disrespectful to the skate culture. Anyway, I've been talking shit for a long time right now, so I do want to say some nice things about the game. Playing the game, the actual physics and the engine of the skateboarding are amazing. This is by far the best version of 1, 2, 3. This is so good. The flicker controls are even better than before. It feels so smooth. It feels amazing. If anyone's trying to talk bad about this, they are just coping hard, because that is not true. This is definitely the best. It's also a free game, so for free, you get to play this by far the best version. So hey, we got to give some credit where credit is due. That is great. As much as everyone hates this always online capacity, and we did see its very first problems on the first launch day where no one could get into the game and it was very hard to get into the game, I still do think it offers this kind of cool community building environment, and I'm a little bit optimistic that this will actually keep the game going and have like a little bit more of a lifespan of the game. Anyway, to sum up all my final thoughts, I think the game is getting a huge amount of hate, but I think some of the hate is justified and some of the hate is kind of just bandwagging. Oh, it's cool to hate, so I'm gonna hate for no reason. I'm personally hyped that the game exists. I think it's this cool new skateboarding game by a giant company. The physics feel great to play. It's awesome and smooth. It has great potential for community and longevity. A lot of non-skaters will play this and learn about skateboarding, and to me, that's fantastic. But it's hard not to be disappointed. When you look at this game as a huge fan of skateboarding or a huge fan of the first three, you gotta use your skater eyes to think, oh, but what could have been? That's the thing, is no one is gonna play this and not be at least a little bit disappointed. Everyone will think, man, I wish they could have done it the way they did Skate 1, and this could have been the biggest thing ever. But instead we get this, it's kind of cool, but it's kind of missed, but hey, it is what it is. We can be disappointed, but still like the game. And finally, I think it's fine for EA to really try to appeal to the non-skaters, but I think they definitely suck too much of the soul out of the game. They suck too much skate culture out of the game. They tried to sanitize it too much, and it is feeling a bit soulless. What's interesting is when non-skaters play this and kind of learn about skateboarding through this, they're not even really learning about skate culture. What's a little sad is that EA definitely know all of this. This is not any new news to EA. I'm sure there's someone in a boardroom battling for the skaters, trying to rally for the skaters, and then just there's some other guy just shutting them down. So what's a bit baffling is they 100% definitely actively chose to do this. There's no way that this is just an oversight, you know? So that's what kind of creates a weird situation. Money makes the world go round, I guess. But anyway, they're my thoughts. The game's fun. I'm gonna keep playing it on my Twitch. Let me know in the comments if you get some extra insight of things I missed, or let me know if my take is way off. But that is it. I like skate.